what's his name? Declan Rice. Let's play centre-back for the majority of the game, bruv. You know what I mean? Trossard, who's your most informed player, doesn't play. Gyökeres, yes, I'm going to score 400 goals this season. Star striker for Chelsea. Yes. I'm going to celebrate this all day long. I ain't seen it, bruv. I'll be real. I ain't seen it. You know, he's a bit overweight. Burger is at this moment in time. But anyway, whatever it is, yeah, I'm not gonna take the piss too much. Let's be real and talk proper football, bruv. Yeah. But in that game, there was a reason, bruv. You know, Arsenal were the way they were. If you had Gabriel, if you had Saliba, if you had Declan Rice playing in his number 8 central midfield position where he can help the transitions, it would have been a different ball game altogether. Yeah. All right. And this is a fact. I don't care what anyone tells me. Yeah. So we got away with it and we had an opportunity and we should have beaten you in that game. We didn't. So we couldn't even beat a limp Arsenal, so to speak, in that game. All of a sudden, we're in a title charge. Chelsea are going to go all the way, and we're actually title contenders, yeah? Only to go and play Leeds, the dirty Leeds, and get spanked 3-1. A Leeds that lost 3 on the bounce. Then we want a reaction, and we play Bournemouth and draw a 0-0 dross, the worst dross. We didn't even have a shot on goal in the first half. It was absolute dire, bruv, to watch that. I mean, what's happening to my beloved Chelsea? It's disgusting, man. It really is. It's filth, yeah? It's disgraceful. And they put in a performance like that, all right? Yeah? Oh, we're going to blame it's not all on Casado, are we? Well, we spent $2 billion. We should have an unbelievable squad. We were told we've got one of the best teams in the world football. We've got the best left back, best right back, best centre back partnership. We got an unbelievable goalkeeper in Sanchez who had the most unforced errors last season out of any goalkeeper. All right. We've got a strike force. We got baby Kittens on the left for 55 million, who was benched at Dortmund. We got baby Lurch, who everyone in the fan base was hashtagging note to Garnacho. Make sense of that. We've got Esteban Willian, who, let's have it right, I'll back the star boy. I think he's a wonderful talent, but he needs some fucking generals in there with him. You know what I mean? You can't expect an 18-year-old kid to carry us like he's Coldman's Palmer. Coldman's Palmer, I told everyone, who was injured. Yeah, last season. He was carrying that all the way through Club World Cup. Everyone's fucked and knackered from the Club World Cup. Let's have it right. So, you know, we're going to get injuries, aren't we now? You know? Cole Palmer, we haven't seen him because it's Cole Palmer FC. And even he come back against Bournemouth, took a shot, and he was like, oh, like that. And then now he's not flying tonight. He's not on the plane, bruv. He's doing Nicholas Jackson. You know what I mean? So we got that, all right? And John Terry comes out after the Dirty Leeds game. What does John Terry say? Because apparently these people know ball, you know, all these journalists, this ownership, project's never worked in history of football. They know it's going to work. It's all data, and we're bringing, what's his name? Cookpaul, who's from the Timberwolves is it NFL? He's he's an Einstein, apparently, yeah? We got Hacker with the mentality monster in the dressing room, bruv, yeah? Doing the All Blacks and all that shit. Where's he gone, bruv? Yeah? We got Melts in the fan base going, Meatloaf, Tout Bowley and Siri Merchant are Don Roman on steroids, bruv. Or if that's the case, our bollocks are shrunk, our dicks are inverted, yeah, and we've had a vasectomy, yeah, because we ain't winning anything of any fucking relevance right now, yeah? All right? Baseball, NBA, all that bollocks, get it in the bin. This is football. This is terraces, yeah? I don't want to see any of this nonsense. John Terry comes out and no one wants to pay attention to him because he's a legend at our football club, yeah? He's Chelsea. He had the chance to sign Man United when he was a kid. No, he said, no, I want to play for Chelsea, bruv. And he signed for Chelsea, and the rest is history. Yeah? Comes out. He says, we're too inexperienced. We need experience. We haven't got any experience. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, we're not in a title charge. Oh, I thought we were in a title charge. Silly sausages. Then we've got, what else does he say? He says, stop rotation, because we've broken a record in the Premier League for 125 changes of rotation. That's a record. Yeah. Why? Why so many changes? Because we've got a stock market of players that are assets. They need their value put up, didn't they? So that they can flog them, bruv, for a pound note. It's all about, I would do anything for pound notes and experience. We ain't fucking with that. Yeah, Meatloaf's Cup Bowling, his Vivid Seats. We got Ticketmaster and Clear Lake Capital. yeah, with their owning of the software of Ticketmaster. We got Premier League investigations on Meatloaf Tout Bowley, brother. And let's not forget Bowley, yeah, because I called him Meatloaf. He cut his hair, bruv. If you saw him when he first signed for Chelsea, when he signed Chelsea, he had longish hair like Meatloaf. He cut it shorter, bruv. But you can't get away with it, my son. You sellout. Wrong'un, bruv. Epstein FC merchant, Golden Globe merchant. Meatloaf Tout Bowley, yeah, bruv. I know you're on to me, you wrong'un, yeah. But I'll tell you this now for free, bruv, yeah. Meatloaf, before he passed away, and God rest his soul, he cut his hair so you still look like him, bruv, yeah. End of story, yeah. So anyway, bruv, yeah. I'm getting. I know. I spit on the mic, bruv. Slim Minnell Shady, you know what I mean? 8 Mile settings, bruv. That's how I am. I just go with my flow, bruv. So forgive me, you know what I mean? If you don't
I love it, man. Keep going, bro.
You know what I mean? I'm done with it. I'm done with it because John Terry's come out and landed it and spoke the facts. And now the club ain't going to be too happy. Are they going to treat him like Pat Nevin when he called out the owners and got sacked? All right. What about Makalele? He chose to leave. He didn't want to be there, bruv. Yeah. The GOAT. Great. You know, don't compare me. Stop the comparisons of Casado to Makalele and Kante. Even Kante is still not as good as Makalele, bruv. Makalele is... the position was named after him, bruv. All right. And then they're doing comparisons between Casado and Declan Rice. They're different positions, bruv. They can play together, right. You know. Instead, Casado's got to play with that elite coach singer, bruv. That coach singer, bruv. Yeah. All right. Traffic cone who cost us 105 million. Yeah. You know what I mean? Casado's got to carry this guy, bruv. He's got to run around the traffic cone to carry our midfield, bruv. And now we can all see the repercussions of that now in the last 2 games. You know what I mean? I would gladly have Casado and Declan Rice. I'd have Mason Mount next to Casado, bruv. You know, everyone saw his performance yesterday. You know what I mean? Everyone saw that. You know, this is the problem we got. We got Kerrigan Winstanley, the director, Stuart Little, Joe Shields with his black book from Man City, because that's all he fucking well knows. Yeah. We've got Siri Merchant Barley and Meatloaf Tout Bailey with their data and all this shit, bruv. Like football doesn't work on data. Football works on eye tests, bruv. Yeah? But these lot need to go Specsavers or something. Because I don't know what they're seeing, bruv. These lot are acting like Al Pacino, bruv, in Scent of a Woman. I'm in the dark here. I'm in the dark. But he can fucking see crystal clear, bruv. These lot in the crystal maze. I'm telling you, bruv. It's like they're fishing for any brown envelope. It's mad to me, bruv. Yeah? But when you talk about why did the fan base accept this, bruv? Well, the problem we got, right? We got Paulstein, Fabrizio Romano, yeah. Toothpick Jacobs. Do you know Toothpick Jacobs? Ben Jacobs, yeah.
Oh, Ben Jacobs, yeah. I've not had him on here, but everyone else has had him on. I think.
Yeah, everyone has him on. He's like a brass. He's like Lily Phillips these days, bruv. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't look like a glazed donut walking down the street, bruv, with those specs. A giveaway, wouldn't it? You wouldn't be able to see fuck all on the screen. Yeah, he wouldn't know what narrative he's reading. He wouldn't have a clue because he's got his script in front of him. He talks like he's some sort of poet, you know what I mean? Like he's some sort of Shakespearean or something. Well, he's related to Jonathan Goldstein. You know, he's cousins of Jonathan Goldstein. Jonathan Goldstein, he's on the board at Chelsea, who come from Spursy. Because we love bringing a bit of Spurs to Chelsea, like we did with Bottltino. You sacked Thomas Tuchel, all right, for Jellyfish Potter, all right? Turn the fan base into jellyfishes, bruv, in buying into all this nonsense. All right, you brought in Bottltino, ex-Spursy, and it's funny, in all the big games, Maresca resorts to, or reverts to Pochettino style of play, where you play natural fullbacks, you know? You don't invert everything, bruv. Everything has to go inverted all the time. And fucking boring as shit, bruv. And then you get Pep Guardiola coming out going, oh, Enzo Maresca, he's one of the best managers in the world, and we will be there, and we will be there, and all this nonsense, bruv. Yeah, got overhyping this manager, bruv. He was a cigar holder to Pep. You know what I mean? He ain't worried about him, bruv. He talks up Lego Head. He talked up Pochettino. He talked up Jellyfish Potter. He never talked up Thomas Tuchel, though, did he now? No, he didn't. Why? Because Thomas Tuchel was a threat to Pep Guardiola. Thomas Tuchel done 3 games on him that season. We won the Champions League. And now, you know what I mean? You had Liam Gallagher crying his eyes out. Yeah? saying put the kettle on in Porto. Well, we did indeed. We were drinking them Lavat Super Glamour minerals, bruv. We were lifting our second Champions League trophy. Thomas Tuchel, in less than 4 months, won the Champions League. In 13 months, won Club World Cup, Super Cup, and Champions League, and got us top 4 from taking over in January, where we were 8th position. That's how you fucking land the minerals. That's how you show intent. Because Don Roman said, I'm going to get an elite manager in. Yeah, and they sacked that elite manager because he didn't want to be a yes man and have these clowns going in that dressing room. And now everyone's sponsoring them going in that dressing room. Oh, it's fantastic. You know, they're doing the 50 Cent, bring them in, bring them out, bring them in, bring them out. You know what I mean? You've all heard that tune, bruv. Yeah. What's he talking about? Hose. Talking about brasses. Yeah. That's what we've turned into, bruv. The fan base, YouTube, all the journalists in the pocket of Blue Coat. This is how you control the narrative, yeah? Let me educate a lot of people, yeah? Steve Jobs, yeah? All right? Another one that's gone. Another one that got taken out of the game, yeah? He come out on a podcast and he said, you know, it's funny, in China, their products are so good, they don't need to spend money on marketing. They don't need to spend money on PR because their product does, it's like Ronseal, does what it says on the tin. But in America, you have to spend billions on PR to overgloss it, to hype it up, to make it desirable to everyone to buy it. Well, what do you think these owners are doing? And in every football club and all the PR is there to make you believe and want it and buy into it. You want to bite off that apple, didn't you? That fell not very far off the tree, bruv. You want to bite into that. Well, that's what's happened. They've got every Chelsea YouTube content creator. I'll tell you that for free, bruv. Yeah. Whether they're down the pecking order, bruv, but they're all snakes and ladder merchants. They love the game Snakes and Ladders because it's all about getting up in that. I want to be an engagement group. I want to be I want to know journalists. I want to have journalists on. I want to get the ITK. I want to get the clicks. All right. Then you get the 10% discount, you know, vouchers. Then you get the sponsorships. Then you get the gambling. Then you get the, we'll pay you to do this. Oh, and then you can be part of Paul Cannaville's foundation, you know, who Roman named a suite after. He was our first ever black player to play for Chelsea. Yeah. All right. So you're part of the foundation now. You're getting flown out to go to Club World Cup. You're getting tickets to go to Chelsea. Right. These are all the perks of doing what you're told, good little children. You know what I'm saying? They're Dorothy and Wizard of Oz walking down that fucking Blue Coat brick road, bro. Yeah. And it ain't going nowhere. So when I land it and I say it for what it is, I'm negative. I hate my club. I don't hate my club. I love my club. I stand up for my club. I will not stand up for this clown ownership, though. Clown Lake. Let me say this, Dan, yeah, before we move on to whatever you want to discuss, yeah. All right. I had Eunice Talks Blueco now. He's on Shootout with Benson Edges. Both come on my platform. I've got them clipped, Blueco out, changed the model. This project's never going to work. Now they're literally like the fiddlers, bruv. You know, they're playing wonderful Blueco tunes at the minute. All right, they've got a 10% discount. They're teaming up. I've got Eunice who co-signed with me, exposing Vivid Seats, which is why the Premier League investigated, why the whole fan base decided to do a protest. Yeah, all right. I'm the one that got Clown Lake stickers on Talk Sport and Simon Jordan talking about the protest and talking about Vivid Seats and talking about I influence. That's what I do. I don't do it as a job. I don't do this for clicks and subs. I've been shadow banned on my channel. I can't tell you how many times where they take subscribers off me, they take comments, they hide they don't give notice. All my ultras can vouch for me, bruv. You know what I mean? But I still keep going because I will never be bought, bruv. You can't buy me out, bruv. You know what I mean? And all these platforms, Dan, they have all gone down I'll play it safe route. I won't call out the ownership. I'm tired of doing that. Nothing's going to change. Well, funny enough, when the protests happen, it damages their image, doesn't it? And what damages their image damages their project. And that's how you hurt them. And you hurt them financially as well. Well, you're not doing that anymore. I'm the only one doing it. I stand there on my J's, bruv, and I land it, bruv. I wear my Stony, my heart, my Chelsea on my sleeve 24/7, bruv. You know what I mean? And I'm up for a fight, no surrender mentality. But the reality is everyone's bought in the game. And that's the problem.
Why do you think that is though, Johnny? Why? How can people say 1 minute they want the ownership out and the next minute, actually, no, I'm all right. I'm all right. They're too scared to say how it is or what?
Yeah, because they'll get shadow banned. They'll get attacked, bruv. Eunice has seen my channel, bruv. Bruv, Dan, let me put it in simple terms, right? I'm on holiday, yeah? I'm on the beach. I'm smoking a nice little Havana, having a drink. I'm in the sunshine. I want to dip my toes in the water. Before I do that, I check my phone, put a video out. I want to read some of my ultras comments. All of a sudden, I've gone from, I think at that point I was on 14,000. Yeah. I'd gone from 14,000 or whatever it was. Every 5 minutes I was refreshing. I was gaining 20 subs, 30 subs, 15 subs, 40 subs. I mean, what the fuck's going on here, bruv? In less than 24 hours, I gained over 1,000 subscribers. I ain't even streamed for 2 days. Right? It's unheard of, bruv. It don't work. It don't happen like that. You know, you got a channel. Everyone's got a
Mm.
channel. I've got evidence. YouTube won't even fucking get back into contact with me. So what am I going to do? Go and get solicitors on the case and try and take down YouTube, bruv. You know what I mean? What are we doing here, bruv? I ain't stupid. Some of the biggest channels in YouTube have been shut down because they land it. This ownership has got everyone tapped up, and that's what we're up against. Yeah, because it's the PR train that allows them to do what they do. Yeah, and to put things in as simple terms, yeah, this ownership took a 500 million loan with Ares Management with double-digit interest rates of 12.9%. They also took a syndicate bank loan of 702 million from JP Morgan and Bank of America. Yeah. All right. And that's on about 9%, 8% interest. You do the maths, bruv. And that's going to be paid over 10 years. They've stripped all our assets. We're in more debt than Roman left us because he left us debt-free. We have got a squad that is a shambles, to have it right. And we're in need. We've got Melts coming on going, oh, we need additions. We need more additions. You want more? Give me more. Please, sir. Please. What, you all fucking Oliver Twist all of a sudden, bruv? Like you can't, like we ain't spent enough money already. Well, have a day off, bruv. You know?
Mate, there's been enough money spent. Let me tell you that. Look, I wanted to ask you about the kind of you're obviously playing tonight at Champions League. I think you said it's at Atlanta tonight, and then the thoughts for the rest of the season, bruv. In terms of where you think you're going to finish, what are you saying for Champions League and the Premier League this season for Chelsea?
Bruv. Like, it's a top four battle for Chelsea, isn't it? You know, that's the badge of honor, isn't it? Like, we're not going to win the league. We ain't winning the league. You can't be dropping points. You see, before we beat Barcelona and we drew to Arsenal, where was all this title charge talk? Because at the start it was, and then the reality hit home. You know, back to life, back to reality. Brown envelopes keep flying about. Yeah, we've gone to losing to Sunderland and Brighton, our daddy. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing. Yeah, Man United. You know, and then we've had these results just now. Because with a young team, you get what? You don't get consistency, you get the opposite. So you've got an inexperienced manager. The manager comes out, oh, trust the process, you know. And I blame Arsenal for this trust the process. I blame Arsene Wenger, bruv, for this top four as a trophy. It's dead mentality, bruv. This is not how you build upon success, you know. And we were successful. You know, people go, we were on a decline under Roman. Bollocks. Go in the last 5 years. Ask him, Dan, next time these melts are on, ask him. What did you win in those 5 years? Oh, is that not good enough? It's not good enough. No, you don't want a Champions League. You don't want a Europa League. You don't want the Club World Cup. You don't want the Super Cup. That's like a Conference League, is it? Have a day off. What we doing here? Yeah.
Facts. You're spitting facts, bro. I don't get it either. I'm with you. I was much more scared of the Roman Abramovich Chelsea than I am of the Todd Bowley Chelsea, whatever the hell you want to call it now. Blueco. Look, I gotta be real.
Bonnie Blueco.
Bolly Blueco. Sorry, mate. Sorry, do forgive me.